Luxury jewelry stores are places of prestige, where the world's elite shop for the rarest gems, and money often speaks louder than words. However, sometimes true class is measured not by wealth but by respect. On a seemingly ordinary afternoon, Hollywood icon Sandra Bullock enters an exclusive jewelry boutique in Beverly Hills. She is there to browse, dressed modestly, blending into the crowd. But what starts as a quiet shopping trip soon turns into an uncomfortable situation when a wealthy socialite, Vivian St. Clair, publicly belittles her, assuming she is just an ordinary woman who cannot afford to be there. Little does Vivian know, another Hollywood legend, Keanu Reeves, is about to walk in, and his reaction will leave everyone speechless. This is a story of kindness, humility, and instant karma. 1. A world of luxury. The boutique, Elysian Jewels, was one of the most exclusive in Beverly Hills. Crystal chandeliers cast a soft glow over pristine glass display cases filled with rare diamonds, emeralds, and sapphires. Every piece in the store was a symbol of wealth, worn by celebrities, royalty, and billionaires. Sandra Bullock entered quietly, dressed in a beige cashmere sweater, jeans, and ankle boots ***. She had always preferred a simple, elegant style. She wasn't the type to make a scene, nor did she expect special treatment. She moved toward a stunning sapphire necklace, the deep blue gemstone catching her eye. It reminded her of the ocean, serene yet powerful. A few feet away, a tall, impeccably dressed woman stood at the counter, her posture exuding entitlement. Vivian St. Clair, a wealthy socialite and philanthropist, was draped in a fur-lined designer coat, her wrists adorned with dazzling bracelets. She was the kind of person who thrived on exclusivity, believing luxury was meant only for the privileged few. 2. The first insult. Sandra was admiring the necklace when Vivian's voice cut through the elegant atmosphere. "Oh dear, are you lost?" Vivian asked, her perfectly arched eyebrow rising in amusement. Sandra turned, confused. "Excuse me." Vivian's red lips curled into a smirk. "I didn't know they let just anyone in here." Sandra blinked, processing the statement. She had been recognized in public countless times, but this woman clearly had no idea who she was. Trying to ignore the insult, Sandra turned back to the sapphire necklace. But Vivian wasn't done. "That necklace," she said, nodding toward the piece Sandra had been admiring. "It's exquisite, isn't it? It costs more than some people's entire yearly income." Sandra gave a polite smile. "It's beautiful." Vivian laughed softly, her fingers brushing against a diamond bracelet. "It is. But let's be honest, darling, it's a little out of reach for some." Sandra stiffened slightly, sensing the condescension. The young sales associate, shifting uncomfortably, stepped forward. "Would you like to try it on, ma'am?" she asked Sandra. Before Sandra could answer, Vivian let out a dramatic gasp. "Oh, sweetheart, are you serious? I mean, it's adorable that you're looking, but shouldn't we be realistic?" The entire store grew quiet. The sales associate hesitated, glancing between Sandra and Vivian, unsure how to handle the situation. Sandra, however, remained calm. She had dealt with far worse in Hollywood. "I think I'll decide that for myself." 3. Enter Keanu Reeves. At that moment, the entrance bell chimed, and a tall, dark-haired man walked in. Keanu Reeves, dressed effortlessly in a black blazer, dark jeans, and a simple T-shirt, exuded a presence that was both casual and magnetic. He had arrived to pick up a custom order, but immediately sensed the tension in the air. His eyes quickly scanned the room. Landing on Sandra, he saw the stiff set of her shoulders, the slight clench of her jaw. Then he saw Vivian, who was smirking with self-satisfaction. Something wasn't right. He approached Sandra, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Hey, Sandy." Sandra turned, her expression instantly softening. "Keanu, what are you doing here?" Vivian's face froze in confusion. Keanu glanced at the necklace Sandra had been admiring. "That one suits you," he said, his voice warm. The young sales associate, eager to ease the awkwardness, added, "It's one of our most exclusive pieces." Vivian let out a laugh. "Well, I doubt she can afford it." Silence. Keanu slowly turned his head toward Vivian. His normally gentle eyes now held an edge of steel. "What did you just say?" For the moment that shocked everyone. Vivian, sensing she had made a mistake, tried to recover. "I just meant, well, this store caters to a certain clientele. We should be honest about who can afford what, don't you think?" Keanu's lips pressed together for a moment before he spoke. "You know, it's funny how people think wealth gives them the right to belittle others." His voice was calm, but each word landed like a dagger. Vivian laughed nervously. "I was just stating facts." Keanu tilted his head. "Facts? Like assuming someone's worth based on their clothes? Or assuming they don't belong here?" Vivian swallowed, suddenly uncomfortable. The store was dead silent. The sales associate's eyes widened. Other customers were now discreetly watching. Keanu turned to Vivian, his voice measured. "Do you know who this woman is?" He motioned to Sandra. Vivian frowned. Should I? Keanu's next words hit like a hammer. "She's Sandra Bullock, Academy Award-winning actress, philanthropist. And, fun fact, she could buy this entire store if she wanted to." Vivian's face drained of color. "Wait, she's?" Sandra crossed her arms, watching the woman struggle to save face. Keanu smiled slightly before delivering the final blow. "But even if she weren't Sandra Bullock, your behavior would still be disgusting." The room was dead silent. Then, Keanu turned to the sales associate. "I'll take the necklace." Sandra gasped. "Keanu, you don't have to." "I want to." He gave her a knowing look. "Consider it a gift." Scene 5. Instant karma. Vivian stood frozen, her arrogance shattered. "Ms. Bullock," the sales associate said, her voice brimming with respect, "would you like to try it on?" Sandra smiled. "I would." As the necklace was fastened around her neck, Vivian stared in horror. Keanu took the receipt, signed it without hesitation, and turned back to Sandra. "Looks perfect." Vivian, desperate, tried one last time. I didn't realize who you were." Sandra met her eyes and said softly, "It was never about who I am. It was about how you treated someone you assumed was beneath you." Vivian had no response. She simply turned, grabbed her purse, and stormed out of the store. As Sandra and Keanu stepped outside, she turned to him with a smile. "You really didn't have to do that." Keanu shrugged. "Some people need reminders that money doesn't equal class." Sandra laughed. "Well, that was a reminder she won't forget." And with that, they walked off together, leaving behind a story that would be whispered about in high-end boutiques for years, a reminder that true wealth isn't measured in diamonds, but in character. As Sandra and Keanu stepped out of the jewelry store, the tension that had filled the air inside melted away. The sun was shining, the streets of Beverly Hills bustling with energy, but what had just happened inside Elysian Jewels would not be forgotten any time soon. Sandra turned to Keanu, shaking her head with a small smile. "You really didn't have to do that." Keanu chuckled, slipping his hands into his pockets. "I know. But sometimes people need a reminder that money doesn't equal class." Sandra laughed, looking down at the sapphire necklace now resting elegantly on her collarbone. "Well, that was a reminder she won't forget." They walked away, leaving behind not just an expensive jewelry store, but a powerful lesson for everyone who had witnessed the encounter. What this story teaches us. In today's world, it's easy to judge people based on appearances, wealth, or status. Vivian St. Clair thought she could measure someone's worth by their clothes, their perceived financial status, and her own sense of superiority. But in the end, it wasn't money that commanded respect. It was humility, kindness, and standing up for others. Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, both Hollywood icons, showed something more valuable than any diamond necklace: character. This story isn't just about an incident in a jewelry store. It's a reminder that respect is free, but priceless. True wealth is in kindness, not just money. You never know who you're talking to, so treat everyone with dignity. Your turn. Let's spread the message. If you believe in treating people with kindness no matter their status, help share this message. Speech balloon: what would you have done in this situation? Let us know in the comments below. Loudspeaker: if this story inspired you, hit the like button. It helps spread positivity. Subscribe for more incredible real-life stories about kindness, respect, and unexpected justice. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of inspiration. Together, let's remind the world that true class isn't about wealth, it's about how you treat others.